Siggy, Sigismund Hawk, for a special episode of A&R Radio. Today, through the rift in reality that the Grey Wizard Phantasmancers have courteously opened in my studio wall, we have a being of the race of YouTuber. He calls himself Janet, on occasion. Hello, Janet!
Hello, Big Siggy. Glad to be on the show. So I'm surrounded by darkness, and I can hear things in here with me. Am I safe in here?
Of course. The Order of Grey Wizards is well versed in all mystical whatnot, and very rarely does anyone get lost in the endless void of the realms of chaos.
That's very reassuring. Thanks.
So, if you'd indulge me, could you tell our listeners exactly what it is you do?
Well, I provide entertainment playing Warhammer Total War, and talking about the world of Malice. Your world, actually. I suppose you have quite similar roles in that respect.
Ah, so you're a radio DJ.
Sort of. What's bothering me is that nowhere in any of the Warhammer literature does it ever mention radio. You know this isn't law-friendly, this thing you're doing, right? It's not canon.
No, we'd never use cannon here, though we do have some in case of beastmen attack, but they would never be so bold as to try that again.
Okay, that's not quite what I meant, but sure.
So, now that I realise that we do very similar things, why should our listeners take your word over mine concerning news around the old world?
Well, I used to collect Warhammer miniatures, about 15, 20 years ago. I've continued to love the world surrounding it, and I actually GM for a role-playing group playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay every week. So I kind of live and breathe this stuff. Besides, I really like talking about it. I've also played almost every Total War since Medieval, actually, so, well, that's like the second game that came out, so I've been playing that for almost as long as I've been into Warhammer. So, yeah, the two combined, pretty good.
Well, I too know a thing about Total War. Reichland is always under assault by many enemies.
Yeah, okay, this isn't a competition. Like, technically you're a figment of my imagination. It's on my channel, so relax, alright, Siggy? Please tell me you heard that.
Sure, it's probably just your imagination.
Is there not an easier way to do this interview?
Other than summoning you into a reality of shadow?
How about Skype?
I'm afraid Skype is not one of the Empire's sanctioned gods. Remember, listeners, have strength in Sigmar and do not fall prey to heretical practices. Well, listeners, I believe that's all for today. Janet left me with a message before being destroyed by some maleficent force in the darkness of the void. It reads, if you want more Warhammer content, please comment, like and subscribe. I was unsure whether to instruct you to do this, but I have had some assurance from the Holy Order of the Templars of Sigmar that it is in fact heresy not to follow this advice. Once again, comment, like and subscribe. I've been Big Siggy, Sigismund Hawk, for Altdorf and Reichland Radio, signing off with a message from our sponsors. Keep your teeth clean with Shalian Power Whitening Paste. Ward off the Lord of Decay in new travel sizes. Shalia, keeping you from dying just that little bit longer.